Kenny, you said before the season that part of the reason why you came back was for big games. Obviously, this one is a big one. What are you looking forward to most?
Just competing, getting back another shot at Clemson. Haven't beat those guys yet. So since I've been here, so I know a lot of guys are excited to go out there and play.
Kenny, what have you learned from the first couple of times you played Clemson about the challenge and what they run?
Yeah, I mean they do a great job of mixing up looks, and I'm sure they're gonna be doing that all game, bringing pressure, zones, man, whatever it may be. So really just taking what they do in stride and going from there.
Clemson isn't a team this year that is getting all the national notoriety, but you guys have talked all week about how you guys still have the respect. It's still Clemson. It's still this program that has dominated the ACC. What are you focusing on to kind of say, like, hey, these are the things they still do very well?
I mean, I'm just watching their defense. Obviously, the defense is one of the top defenses in the country. Have great players at every level.
Outside of 17, been able to kind of sneak into the polls a little bit each of the last couple of years, but haven't been able to stay there. I mean, do you think this group is maybe better handled to handle success than before? Maybe just because you guys are, there are so many experienced guys in that huddle.
Yeah, I mean, we'll find out, right? I mean, it's a long season. We're at the halfway point. We're down the stretch here of the last 6 games of the season. So we'll see how we do with it.
You guys found different ways to attack Virginia Tech last week, running the ball, throwing to Jarrett Wade, but Jordan Addison didn't even need to have the super splash plays. What's that been like, just kind of week to week, you guys finding different people to highlight with your offense, and when you look back at the film, what that does for you guys?
Yeah, I try to tell the receivers every week, you don't know who's going to have that big game. It all depends on what the defense is showing and what they're giving us. And so I just tell every guy to be ready. Run your route full speed. You never know who's getting the ball.
This offense this year is obviously producing and doing better than it was last year. How much stock do you put in last year's game at Clemson and the game that kind of got away from you guys early? Do you guys watch that a lot?
Of course, yeah. Of course, you got to go back and watch it and see what went wrong, what we did well. To make sure that we can go out and have the best performance that we can.
I assume you'll address the guys at some point this week. What will be your message to?
Go play hard. It's another game of the season. It's an ACC game, big game. Obviously, everyone knows that, but we'll be prepared and just go out there and play hard.
Kenny, do you think Izzy has turned a corner, and what's the importance of the impact of the run game could have Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, it's huge. You got to have balance. You can't be one-dimensional, especially against a team as good as Clemson, and let them key on certain things and pin their ears back and come after us. So I think he's done a great job. The whole running back room as a whole really has done a great job, and it's a credit to the guys in front.
Did it change much due to the defensive pressures or anything like that?
They have the largest volume of defense that we'll see from a certain team, so that they throw a lot of different looks at us. I think that's one of the things they do really well.
Do you feel like your offensive line, the guys in front of you, have turned a corner a little bit this year because they're run blocking better, but they're also giving you protection, and you guys, it's comfortably double-digit wins in the ACC to start the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're obviously heading in the right direction. I wouldn't say we haven't arrived. We're not where we want to be. I think that's the good thing, that we're going to keep working and keep getting better every week.
Kenny, how comfortable are you with the personal attention that you're getting? It's pretty different than what you'd experience. Even after the one in Miami, it was just like it was one game, but this has been building now for a couple of months.
Yeah, I mean, it's just kind of take it in stride and appreciate all the positive words from everyone. But I know I've been in this game for some time now. I know how it works, so I just want to stay focused, and that's really it.
Kenny, what strides have you really seen from Jarrett Wayne this year?
Consistency, I'd say that was the one thing I was trying to preach to him. Being the same guy every day, being the guy I can count on to be in the spots where I think he's going to be. And I think he's done that along with a lot of other guys have stepped up as well.
The advantage of size, like the ability to just kind of throw it up and let him go get it. How big of a thing is that for him?
Yeah, it's huge. You got to have trust as a quarterback that when you throw those 50-50 balls, that your guy's going to come down with it, or it'll be incomplete. So it's something that those guys have to earn, through practice, through 7-on-7s with the defense. I got to see it to trust it, not throw it up there in practice to see what those guys do. And Jared's a guy that consistently goes up and makes plays.
Given the last 2 meetings, is this a game that personally you have a lot of stake in the last chance here against Clemson?
Yeah, I mean, it's my last chance to Adam got him at home, so want to go out there and play the best I can.
So I should just ignore those mid-season All-American teams I keep reading about?
You?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can ignore them.
What about you?
Yeah, I ignore them too. We both will ignore them.
All right. On your first touchdown pass, Izzy went from your right to your left to pick up the zero blitz for Virginia Tech. We've heard a lot about how that needed to be something that he improved on. What have you seen from him to put in the effort to be your protector in those situations?
It's really reps and practice, and obviously film with Coach Powell, and seeing all those different kind of looks and how to scan a defense to make those protection pickups, which are huge in a game. Those are kind of game-changing plays. If he doesn't make that block, we don't score touchdowns, or we don't have big plays on the field. So those guys are doing a really good job.
And on the same play, Gavin Bartholomew getting open, getting the touchdown, finishing. You guys have had Lucas all year making plays, but I've heard a lot of things about him. What have you seen from Gavin?
Yeah, he's a young guy that's going to continue to get better and better. He's nowhere near his ceiling, and I think that's a good thing about him. And he knows that, and he continues to work. And he's a great kid that shows up every day with the same attitude. He's got a veteran mindset, as a rookie. So it's something that you really like to see.
Well, those weapons you have on offense, how deep have your reads gone this year? I mean, I'm like 4 or 5. How deep?
I'm getting to 4, getting to the back, going all the way through it, and that's really more of a credit to the offensive line. Give me the time to be able to do that. If they don't protect, I can't get all the way through progressions, and we have to scramble a little bit more. I think we've really improved on scramble drill too. I've been keeping my eyes downfield, keeping plays alive to allow guys to open up.
How much of that is just the wide receivers being with you for so long?
It's huge. We practice scramble drill, in the off seasons. In the summer specifically, I made sure that we would do some drills to get used to scrambling, because one area I wanted to improve is keeping my eyes downfield, as long as possible, and extending plays and letting those guys go run and make plays for us.
Kenny, is there a danger in making sure guys don't get too hyped up for this one?
That's yes and no. I try to tell these guys, control the motion. It's good to have a lot of energy, but if you have a lot of energy and you're not focused on your job, it doesn't do you any good. So make sure all that energy is focused on your assignment, your job, and we'll be fine.
John Patricia talked again about the Western Michigan loss and where you guys have come from since then as a wake-up call, and talk about that meeting that you guys had. What have you seen that's different since then that you guys have built? Is there something different in the building? It's like every day it's like, hey, we're not letting that happen again? Yeah,
pretty much. You can't waste a day. You can't waste a game. You can't go out there and not give your best effort and not have your try to put out your best performance. So I think that's kind of the motto we took from that meeting and everything, and making sure that we just don't lose any days.